The Lord said to Moses, "See how important I have made you. In speaking to Pharaoh, you will be like God, and your brother Aaron will be your prophet. You will tell Aaron everything that I command you. Then he will tell the king what I say, and Pharaoh will let the Israelites leave this country. But I will make Pharaoh stubborn so that he will not do what you tell him. Then I will do many miracles in Egypt to prove who I am, but he will still refuse to listen. So then I will punish Egypt very much, and I will lead my army, my people, out of that land. I will punish the people of Egypt, and they will learn that I am the Lord. Then I will lead my people out of their country." Moses and Aaron did what the Lord told them. Moses was 80 years old at the time, and Aaron was 83. Moses and Aaron confront Pharaoh, demanding the liberation of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt. Initially, Aaron demonstrates God's power by turning his staff into a serpent, but Pharaoh's magicians replicate the feat. Undeterred, Moses and Aaron persist, warning Pharaoh of impending plagues if he refuses to comply. The first plague turns the Nile into blood, causing widespread devastation as the water becomes undrinkable, and fish die. Despite the devastation, Pharaoh's heart remains hardened, and he refuses to comply with Moses and Aaron's demands. This leads to the second plague, infestation by frogs, covering the land and invading every corner of Egyptian life. Pharaoh, desperate for relief, agrees to let the Israelites go if Moses intercedes with God to remove the frogs. However, once the frogs are gone, Pharaoh reneges on his promise, further infuriating God. The third plague strikes Egypt with swarms of gnats or lice, affecting both humans and animals. Despite their best efforts, Pharaoh's magicians fail to replicate this plague, recognizing it as the finger of God. The fourth plague brings a horde of flies, descending upon Egypt, but sparing the land of Goshen, where the Israelites reside. With each plague, Pharaoh's resolve weakens momentarily, but his heart remains hardened, and he refuses to let the Israelites go. The fifth plague intensified the suffering of the Egyptians, afflicting their livestock with disease, while the Israelites' livestock remained unharmed. Next, a sixth plague of painful boils strikes the Egyptian people, including Pharaoh himself. Yet he still does not yield to Moses and Aaron's demands. The seventh plague unleashes a devastating hailstorm, destroying crops and killing both people and animals throughout Egypt. The eighth plague brings forth a swarm of locusts, devouring whatever crops survive the hail, plunging Egypt into famine. Pharaoh's advisors urge him to let the Israelites go, but Pharaoh stubbornly refuses to let the Israelites go. Next, darkness blankets Egypt for 3 days, so thick that it can be felt, enveloping the land in obscurity. Yet again, Pharaoh rejects Moses' plea for freedom, further defying God's will. As the saga unfolds, it becomes clear that these plagues serve as both a demonstration of God's power and a judgment against Pharaoh's hardened heart. But the worst was yet to come.